In this movie, we're going to look at the 2D geometry crooked line binning. So the example we're going to look at is the 2D land crooked line, Benjamin Creek. So let's go in the geometry window. You can go directly from the project data list. We'll load from those headers and we'll go to the surface line. So as we can see, this data set actually is crooked line binned. Let's actually turn off the bin grid, and what we can do is display the midpoints. So we can see those midpoints. The midpoints are a good way to start. What we can do is, using those, we can calculate a so-called surface line that we're going to use to carry our crooked line bins through. So we'll auto-calculate a surface line. Let's just turn off the shots and the receivers. And what we can do is change the surface line parameters. Let me just change them again here. Symbol size, line size, I just want it as 1. I'll make that 11. We see our points along our surface line here. Now what's going to happen is we're going to crooked line bin along that. So we can come in here. This is our spacing on the crooked line and a smoothing effect. So if I apply that, we can now edit this crooked line. Right click, go into surface line and edit. As before in any of the other movies you've seen in Vista, is when editing, left click will add a point, control deletes. So I can delete some points in here. Shift allows us to drag a point. So as you can see, we could actually come in, delete this entire line and edit it all by hand if we wished. We can see how as it comes around a corner there is a smoothing effect that takes place. That's based on this angle smoothing along there. So if we can smooth out those angles, in fact. Let's go back into the editing. So again, the 2D crooked line binning is actually quite straightforward. Once we've got our bins defined, we can have a look at the offset and fold, calculate those, and at the point that we're ready to save, then we would save these to the headers, and this would then define our crooked line. So that's a quick look at the 2D crooked line binning.